Wasabis, this is Jirbie from Couchwasabi. In today's video, I will be sharing with you my thoughts on some of the local essential oil brands in the Philippines. So if this is something that you'd want to see, please keep watching. Alright, so today's video, I will be featuring two brands, which are Beryl and NAOE. I'm sure you've seen this around. Beryl is on Lazada, and NAOE, I've seen them in some of the lifestyle shops here in the Philippines. So these two brands are actually highly requested from my workshop students. Like in the past, maybe 2 or 3 workshops that I've had, some of the students have asked me about these brands. So I decided to purchase them. I bought them with my own money, so this is not a sponsored video. I decided to purchase them to be able to try them myself and be able to share with you what I think about them. Alright, so first, let's start with Beryl. I actually got these during the last 11/11 sale on Lazada. So these are about 300 I guess to 500 pesos per 10 ml. It's really cheap. But then again, I just want to remind everyone that the price doesn't normally equate to higher quality. So, having said that, I purchased 4 floral oils from this. So I got jasmine, rose, ilang-ilang, and neroli. Alright? So I've actually used this. I've smelled this previously and I've used this already in some of my candles. And then I'll share with you what I think about it. Alright? First, let's check out Beryl's rose. Their rose honestly feels like rose. In terms of smell, it smells like rose. Next, let's check out Beryl's jasmine. It smells fragrant. It smells like a sampaguita. Because internationally, I think sampaguita is also called as jasmine. I don't know, but I think they're related to each other. Parang ganyan. It's fragrant. I mean, we can't deny that. It's really fragrant. I also have neroli. I have neroli in plant therapy, and to be honest, this smells very, very different from that. This smells a little musky, so Beryl's neroli actually smells more grounding, and I don't really like it. But I guess if you're concocting, I guess a scented candle or a perfume, you would need this as a grounding oil. It smells masculine, it smells musky. But what gave it away for me is their ilang-ilang. You know how much I love ilang-ilang, and I've smelled so many ilang-ilangs from across brands. So this one, I'm sure I have that expectation of how ilang-ilang more or less should smell like if it were pure. And sadly, to be honest, this smells far off. If you've been one of my students in my class, at my soap studio, I'm sure I've let you smell this and I've let you like formulate your own opinion about it. So I've smelled ilang-ilang from Young Living. I've smelled ilang-ilang from Casa de Lorenzo, from Aura Casa, and this is actually my 4th ilang-ilang here. So, to be honest, I was really disappointed with this bottle. And it gave it away that Beryl is not really a pure essential oils brand. This bottle smells like, I mean, in plain, no filter description, just like what I tell my students when they're at my soap studio and I let them smell this. I was like, when I smelled this on the first whiff, it seems to me na kaamoy niya yung usong stationery nung 90s. It smells so synthetic. I'm sorry, but it's really disappointing. And when I smelled this bottle, I just feel so disappointed in buying all these 4 oils. Makakalusot siya dito sa first 3, but this one really gave it away. It smells so fake. It smells so synthetic. If you guys know anyone from Beryl, or if you can let Beryl get in touch with me, maybe to share their side, I don't know, or maybe share with me if they have GCMS tests on these documentations. Because remember guys, COA is never enough. Certificate of Analysis is never enough. I've been around lately in bazaars and I asked some of these essential oil brands, and some of them would tell me, yes, my certificate of analysis ito. I just want to share with everyone that COA is not a certificate or a documentation of purity. It's actually a transactional documentation. It's a documentation that you need when you're importing goods. So COA is not enough. You should ask for GCMS, and it's not enough that I have GCMS test or gas chromatography mass spectronomy. It's not enough that I have that. They should be able to share it with you, and they should be able to be transparent with you to show what's inside the GCMS, kung pasado ba siya o bagsak. Kasi malay mo, sometimes they have GCMS pero the results there are not really that stellar or not really that nice, right? That's what I like about Zelaroma, because Zelaroma has their GCMS posted on their Facebook account. It's like very accessible to the consumers. Casa de Lorenzo is also working on it. They're also having their oils tested because I just work with brands that I know would have these documentations in place. It's one of the ways that you can be assured that these oils are pure. And logically, if you don't have anything to hide, you should be able to share it up front, right? Alright, so that's my thoughts for Beryl. I'm sorry, I don't really believe that they're pure. Next in this video is NAOE. Okay. So NAOE is also one of the brands mentioned to me during my workshops. I do have workshops in Metro Manila monthly. So if you want to check that out, I will link it down below. It's a Linktree link wherein I post all my workshops. You can also follow me on Happy Oiler PH. I also post my schedules there. And in the past 2 or 3 workshops that I've had, a couple of my students asked me to review NAOE. So I purchased this in Retail Lab in Glorietta, because you know, Danti Court is also in Retail Lab. So while I was replenishing stocks, I spotted these and decided to buy them. They actually have a good range of essential oils. The prices are pretty decent, meaning it's not that expensive. I don't really remember how much I bought them because I bought these a couple of months back, I think last November. And I bought Rose and Jasmine. So I can also compare it with Beryl, and I have Jasmine in Young Living, but Young Living's Jasmine is really different. It's like a class of its own. It's super concentrated and musky and full-bodied, if I may add. These ones from our local essential oil brands are a little too sampagita smelling. Actually, medyo magkalapit si NAOE and Beryl on this, on their Jasmine. Magkalapit sila. So, when you haven't smelled any other oils and you've smelled these, you would probably believe that these are pure. I'm not saying, I mean, I can't really attest if these are 100% pure or how many percent pure, but it smells good. That's what I'm saying. So, if you are using these oils to scent your room or to make a space smell fragrant, for example, you're making candles or whatever, I think these would work, but I can't assure you that they're pure. Alright? Okay, so let's move on to the next oil. Now is Rose. I'm very curious with Rose because it's very expensive in Young Living. It's like $200 in Young Living. And so I like to go around and purchase these oils to compare and smell. And maybe, you know, by the time come that I'd get my own Young Living Rose, I'd be able to compare and such. But as of the moment, I do have my Young Living Jasmine. It's also one of the like top tier oils there. And when I compare my Jasmine with my other brands, it's really different. Alright, so now this Rose smells like rose. You know what? Because rose is one of the most common scent in the industry, even in the fragrance industry. So it's really hard to tell if it's pure or not because it's really copied by synthetic fragrances or synthetic ingredients. From what I learned in school, there are flowers that you can't really duplicate from their original scent. And I would assume those are like, I guess, jasmine and ilang-ilang because it's really different when it's pure and when it's synthetic. So for rose, it's kind of hard to gauge unless you have documentation. If I were to judge whether these are pure or these are pure, I would definitely say Beryl is a little questionable. Guys, this is just my opinion. I'm only sharing my opinion. So if you know anyone from any of these companies who can probably clear the air or probably show a documentation to prove otherwise, the channels are open. You can get in touch with me through my social media, through YouTube, wherever. I would love to know, I would love to get to the bottom of it. But as of the moment, I really don't believe that Beryl is pure. And NAOE, when I ask GCMS from their frontliners, hindi nila alam yun. And I just feel like if you are a responsible business owner, you'd have to secure all these documentations and trickle it down to your frontliners. I mean, I know there are most of the consumers here in our country is not that meticulous yet or sophisticated yet. And there's so much education that needs to be rolled out to everyone. But yeah, so that's just my tip. If you go around and check out bazaars, and I'm sure you'll see a lot of these essential oil brands, just ask them casually if they have GCMS tests, and if they do, if you can see it or if it's accessible by the consumer. Then if it is, it's a good first step if you want to try them. Alright? Other brands that I've smelled are Snowy. I honestly don't think Snowy is pure. My friend and I have compared it with some of the oils that I keep, and it's far off. It's super layo, it's super different. So I honestly think Snowy is not pure. And then I've also tried smelling V&M. V&M smells close to the things that I have. So if I would say kung sino yung mas okay, I would choose V&M over Snowy. Like here, I would choose NAOE over Beryl. But I can't assure you that they're pure unless they show me their documentation. Alright, so I hope this video sort of helped you in deciding whether or not to try these brands. And if you have any other brands that you would want me to try, don't forget to comment down below or slip in a message through my social media accounts. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. So just send me your requests, send me video requests. Oh, before I end this video, I would like to invite you to my workshops. This December, there's only one left. That's going to be on Saturday, which is like tomorrow. I would love to invite you to my workshops next year. By January 2019, I've already announced my schedule for my shampoo bar workshop. I will also be having my workshop with Gourdo, so don't forget to stay tuned in my Instagram account for the schedule. I've already have set schedule with Gourdos until March, and then I will be having my first workshop outside of Metro Manila. So don't forget to join me or invite your friends from Cebu or Davao to join me in my Cebu and Davao run. That's going to be on February 2 for Cebu and February 23 and 24 for Davao. So if you want to check out my schedule, I will put everything down below through my Linktree account. You will just invite your friends to check that out. Check my Linktree account and you can sign up to whatever schedule that works best for you. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so that you will be able to be updated as soon as I upload a video. And I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Merry Christmas!